Welcome to the Temple of Flame. On today, Faithful Acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from Butterfly Bakery of Vermont, it is the Vienna Lager Mustard, and we got a collaboration here with these. Looks like Von Trapp. I think that's the beer, and then this is a farm maybe. Let's see what else we can find. We make hot sauce, we make mustard. I'm going to look around for their mustards. Especially if they have a hot one. They might just have normal ones though, I don't know. Butterfly Bakery is an actual bakery. And apparently they decided to delve into the world of hot sauces. And it is yet another great company out of Vermont. I'm trying to think if there is a sauce company out of Vermont that isn't stellar. This, because I think Silk City is there, Angry Goat is there. Both those two I like enormously. And this sauce is the first sauce of the year contender I have for 2025. Off to a roaring start, the very first thing I've ever had from them. Looking forward to getting into more stuff of theirs if I can find any that does not have the onions. Anyway, they love good beer. Can't blame them there. And it took surprisingly long. Perhaps it's surprising because they really love good beer. To realize that they ought them to make them a beer mustard hot sauce them. So them did. And it was good on sausage, on pizza, on salad, on burgers. This is, I will give them this. Here's the thing with flexibility in sauces. I talk about it a lot in these videos. And in ye old blog, and if you want to know where the blog is, the written review for this, by the way, is in the description below. And it goes right to that blog as well, so you can check out more stuff there if you want to. But what I've said about flexibility a number of times is if the sauce is good enough, it sort of transcends you having to pair it. And there are not a lot of sauces. I'll just be completely blunt. There's not a lot of sauces I've found in the many, many years I've been having sauces and doing the blog when I've had many, many, many more and doing this video series. It is few and far between that you find something that is just universally good. It takes a really special sauce, in my view, to get to that point. Like this one. And like some of the other Sauce of the Year winners, which I won't name here, but you can see a complete list, by the way, on that aforementioned blog. So let's take a look here at the ingredients. We have the Familia Farm Red Serranos. That I assume is what this is, the Familia Farm, that logo there. We've got Artesano Organic White Vinegar, Von Trapp Vienna Lager, Organic Ground Yellow Mustard Seed, and Salt. So, Red Serranos, I think, are the better. I don't like green Serranos particularly. But the red ones, honestly, they are just super nice. I was not expecting this out of this sauce. So, I talk about it a bit. I was punching around looking for mustards or people calling mustards hot sauces. And I thought maybe I'll do some of those. I'll just use them as a mustard. And that way I'll have some in the fridge because, you know, I've just been, for whatever reason, I happen to be flying through mustard at a time. And I still don't actually have one as I film this. And I failed rather completely in that mission. But this would be fine on sausages, I think, as well. Or hot dogs or whatever. But I found a lot of really interesting and really quite nice sauces, including this one. So I don't feel too bad about that mission failing, but I've got a huge playlist of mustards, just strictly mustards here on the youtube.com that you can check out if you want. And there's a lot less of those than there is hot sauces, to be sure. So I just kind of ran aground. There is a few of my wish list on the old Amazons, but they're not inexpensive. And, you know, damn if I'm paying near $20 once shipping and handling has all been said and done for a mustard that's about this, you know, 5 or 6 fluid ounces. Damn if I'm doing that. So, you know, the mustard experiment, I did a lot of them one year, and I got caught up, and it's kind of where it's been sitting. But there are a few that I've got to get to as well. So that aside, let's get back to this sauce before I distract myself any further. Very nice sort of red-orange color here. Beautiful sauce. You can see the seeds and the bits of pepper. This is, I think, a really lovely looking sauce. I really like this. To me, this is a pretty appetizing color, and it only matters to me when it's unappetizing, I guess, as far as colors go. But I can admire prettiness when I see it, and this is, I think, a very pretty sauce. So, but how is that flavor? I've been flying through this since I opened it. It is quite delicious, and let's just get on into that. That is just so delicious. Easily the best sauce I've had this year, no question about it. I don't know when this video is going up. The written review is up February 2025. If you're not checking out the blog, written reviews tend to hit well in advance of the videos, just kind of the way it shakes out. So I think everybody has in their mouth and with their taste buds what I call a sweet spot. And what I mean by that is there are certain food products that you can have them and it just instantly scratches that itch whether you had it or not. It seems like you never get tired of it. It's always a delicious flavor. You're always happy to have it. It could be, you know, for some people, Coke Zero, or a particular kind of ice cream, or, you know, what have you, a certain kind of candy bar, or beef jerky, or, you know, whatever. And you always have it, and it's a nice sort of comfortable sort of, you're happy that you're with it again kind of a deal. And for me, I've noticed that a lot of the sauces of the years, those sauces of the years are in that sort of profile that I just absolutely adore. And this one is actually kind of between them. It reminds me a lot of like a cherry pepper relish. And I love cherry peppers. So this reminds me of that quite a bit. But it is got so many other things going on besides just strictly that sort of flavor note. That flavor note is there to be sure, but this one is definitely a whole is more than the sum of the parts, I think, kind of sauce. And it is just, I can't tell you how impressed I am with Butterfly Bakery. It's the first thing I've had from them, and to say I'm wowed is an understatement. They have a sauce called Taco Vibes Only, which will be coming in 2025 as well. And that was kind of how I got introduced to the sauce maker. I didn't know, like I wouldn't have expected a baker is making a hot sauce. And I think they do a lot more hot sauce now than they do bakery stuff. And I don't wonder why, because their sauce is just really something special. This one is anyway. And I think this might be one of the newer ones. So I got here what is called a New Berlin sandwich, because I said, okay, Vienna lager and mustard. It's time for me to check in with the German import shop that also makes sandwiches and actually get some German type stuff here. So we got a Black Forest ham. We've got cervelat sausage. We got this sort of, they call this a rosette bun. We've got Havarti cheese and German mustard and a little bit of mayo on there. And this lettuce leaf here. And I was also kind of thinking, I was kind of thinking, to be honest, as well, of the cherry pepper relish that Jimmy John's has. Which, by the way, if you're not getting on your sandwiches, you are doing your sandwiches wrong. Oh, there's a pickle on this as well. So anyway, I haven't been there probably since the old Pandy. And I forgot, actually, that they had cervelat. Cervelat, one of my absolute favorite flavors of sausage when I was a kid in particular. And then I moved away from the area where they had it all the time. It took me quite a while to find it, and then I forgot that this place has it. I don't... If you're not familiar with it, it's sort of like summer sausage, only it's really, really good. They call it a German salami, actually, at that store, which is, I mean, that's probably reasonable. It is fantastic, though. Like salami, though. It's, you know, and I love me some salami. I've had it a number of times on this channel. It's probably not hugely healthy. So, and yeah, I'm trying to get back on the healthy kick after 2024. Just it didn't pan out. So we're trying again this year. Anyway, let's get into this. See what we got. Oh my God. Oh. 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 That is so good. Wow. It is a good enough sandwich as it is. It is a quite stunning sandwich. The buns are fantastic. This is a sandwich of the gods here. This is really good. This brings me back, man. There are people out there right now. There are people out there right now among us that do not know, cannot comprehend the majesty of the cervelat. And man, do yourself a favor and fix that error. This is imported Black Forest ham, and it is quite spectacular. It's very rich. It's got a nice smokiness to it. This sandwich was $8, which I thought was a little expensive at the time, but they have earned every single cent. This is fantastic. Man. This is an utterly delicious sandwich. I need to probably... Yeah, well, let's roll with it. I can add more later. So, being that it's red serranos, the heat is very moderate. And I really admire that, though. Their flavor is very much in the forefront here. I found this on shelves of my buddy Roger's shelves over BYT. Man, what a sauce. Holy moly. You know, it might seem, I mean, it is simple. There's not a lot of ingredients here. Where there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ingredients. If you look at some of my other sauce of the year winners, they've not had a huge amount of ingredients either. One of my favorite sauces ever. Blair's Pure Death is 4. Wow, just you ever have some of that food sometimes? It's so good, damn near brings you to tears. Kind of where I'm at right now. Kind of. It kind of is. The older you get, the fewer and further between that gets. But when you get some, I didn't even know all the notes were going to go like this. I thought it'd be good, but not just jaw-dropping like this. But sometimes you get all the flavor notes together, just this brilliant crescendo. Absolute dynamo of a sauce. I mean, wow. This, that last bite was so good. This is what I want. This is what I had in mind. For a sauce of the year. You know, as far as the candidates, as the sauces themselves, I want something like this that is world shattering, that just is just blowing me away with how incredibly fantastic it is. This is the kind of stuff I want. That's why some years there's only 1 or 2 sauces in contention, because I really want something on an upper echelon, and this is there. Man, in spades. This is such a delicious sauce. I tried it on, let's see, what did they mention here? They mentioned sausage. Well, just there was sausage. And a sandwich. And a salad. It's got, it's got those vegetables. Damn it. I have not tried it on burgers. I probably won't try it on burgers, if I'm being honest. I don't eat burgers a lot. I did have it on pizza, which is probably where the rest of this is going to go. You need you a good pizza sauce, and this is actually a great one. That's the first thing I tried it on. No, I just lied to you right there. I tried it on the old chicken fingies first. That actually, so part of my process, I tend to try new sauces first on the chicken fingies because I'm very familiar with the flavor. It's a pretty neutral flavor. And I can generally get a really, really good sense, a good read, if you will, on the sauce with that food. It's a great vehicle to try out a sauce. That's why a lot of, I think, people that do the sort of thing that I do tend to keep that on hand. And it's just, you know, that it just works super, super well. Plus it's a no-brainer sort of dinner idea. Like, how hard is it to fire up some chicken tendies, you know? So it works real good for that. It's a great introduction to sauce. So, but the next thing I had this thing on was pizza. And oh my goodness. That, yeah, just mind-blowing. That was like, wow. And that's, I've got a bunch of sauces waiting. One of them, so I'm doing this review right now in January. I'm actually recording this in January 2025. It won't go up for a few more months. So there's a lot of other stuff ahead of it. But as I film this, I've had a sauce waiting since September, and I'm just pushing this up because I want to I want to make sure there's enough sauce for me to do a video on. Because this is a sauce I just eat right up. It is so good, I just eat it right up. And if I want to be able to get video content out of this without having to go and buy me another bottle, and I got way too much other stuff that for me to be buying another bottle, I'm going crazy with this. Although I think kind of between you, me, and the wall, next time I get to BYT, if I see this again, I will be getting more of it. Pretty sure that's going to happen. That's the case. That's how it shakes out with most of the sauce of the years. But anyway, I pushed this one up because it is just that good. So definitely, the bar's pretty high. I'm expecting great things out of Butterfly Bakery, and I'm really, really amped to see what else of theirs I can come across and try to do. Hopefully there's more stuff without onions, but I will be on the lookout. That much is for certain. But for this one, yeah, just a absolute brilliant sauce. A great introduction to the company, a great introduction to hot sauce, super accessible, super flexible. It's hard to see where you could go wrong with this. I can't think of a way, and we'll just leave it right there. So that is the Butterfly Bakery Vienna Lager Mustard Hot Sauce. Now go forward in peace to serve the flame.